I don't. Well, no, I do, but I don't.
Right.
No. Jeff Parlage is here, executive chef and co-owner of Lapointe Seafood Grill in Canada. How are you?
Good.
We were just figuring out where you were in Canada and if you know where the OPP station is there. Right off the highway, right?
That's right.
March
Yep.
Road-ish.
Yep.
You're right there.
Yep.
In that little area, right?
Exactly.
Good. What are you cooking up today, my friend?
Well, right now we're going to do a traditional bass stew from the Basque region of Spain. We've adapted it to our restaurant and using whitefish. Let's get started.
Okay, what do we do first?
We're going to add a little bit of oil.
A little bit of oil in the pan, which is currently heating up.
And you really want your pan nice and hot because we want to caramelize the vegetables. We're going to add a little bit of butter. We don't need a lot.
Thank you. How are we going to use this, Jeff? That's why I was so close to you, because we didn't have a microphone on you, so I was doing that.
No problem.
Okay, good.
So we've got some nice Bermuda onions, some red and green peppers. We're going to saute those. We've got some mushrooms.
Okay.
Give that a little saute. Baby red potatoes that we've chopped up. So what we want to do is we don't want to move it around a lot. We don't want it to sweat. We want it to caramelize. So by letting it sit, it's going to caramelize. We're going to add some chili paste, which is a nice sweet on the tongue. When you start to swallow it, it gets hot.
Okay.
So it's a lot nicer than Frank's hot sauce or Tabasco.
Okay, good.
So this is a much better option for this dish. Just give it a little flip.
Right. You mentioned Bermuda onions. What the heck are they?
Basically red onions.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What else do you have on the wonderful menu there that you like to cook up, Jeff?
We're going to do our famous sesame salmon.
Oh, later on?
Yeah.
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 That's one of your signature dishes?
It's one of our signature dishes throughout all of the Lapointe restaurants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many are there altogether?
5.
Is that right?
Yeah.
5 restaurants altogether?
Yeah.
Plus the Lapointe's downtown here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we're just going to salt and pepper it a little bit. Going to add some chili paste. Do you like it spicy?
No. Not overly.
Okay.
My poor body can't handle that anymore. One day they took my gallbladder and it was all over.
Well, you don't need it anyway.
Apparently you do to calm down the hot stuff, because after that I was no good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what we're using here is haddock. We don't want to use things like cod. We don't want to use sole. It's just too delicate. We want a thicker fish.
So haddock is a little more robust in terms of its...
It is.
Yeah.
If you want to go higher end, you can go swordfish, tuna. We're using haddock. You can use halibut, but it's really expensive.
Haddock's a good fish, and it's, it's relatively inexpensive.
It is. It's actually a reasonable whitefish for the price. So we're going to add that in.
Okay.
I like to use large chunks, not too small. If you go too small, like I said, that will start to dissolve in the sauce. Another little flip.
If they start falling apart, you don't want that in a stew like this.
That's right. That's right. Now we're going to add a little bit of tomato sauce.
Okay. This is your own tomato sauce?
That's right. It's a nice, thick, chunky tomato sauce.
Right.
Maybe a little bit more.
Right. This looks good, I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, we're going to just finish it off with a little bit of 35% cream, and we're going to let that cook.
Okay. And how long would you leave that on the stove there?
Depending on your stove, if you have electricity at home, it's probably going to take you about 15 minutes. If you have gas, 4 or 5 minutes.
Is that right? Is that much quicker with gas?
Oh, yeah.
You're
definitely.
right, we should have gas here, Jeff.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's an extensive menu, I know that, and you guys can cook fish to whatever people's taste. Right?
Exactly. We have, out of all the Lapointes, we have the most extensive menu in Canada. We feature everything from barramundi from New Zealand, swordfish from Chile, tuna from Jamaica.
What's the popular fish right now? I know, they seem to go in no pun intended, waves.
Well, I'll tell you, barramundi is one of our biggest sellers.
What is that? Is that a white fish?
Well, it's a white fish from New Zealand, and it has the same amount of omega-3 fatty acids as wild coho salmon.
Oh.
So it is one of the most popular white fish for health reasons right now.
And it's fun to say.
It is. It is. And it is
barramundi.
And it's in the sea bass family. So if you like sea bass, you'll like
tasty
barramundi.
Fish?
Oh, yeah, definitely. But it's not overpowering. It's not too strong.
Right.
Yeah.
Excellent stuff. What's the exact address, Jeff, so people will know?
We're at 60 Colchester Square in Canada.
Right.
Get off at the March and Eagleson exit.
And right behind the OPP, there's a a strip mall kind of set up there.
A little mall, yep.
Yeah, in an area that's really building up pretty quick.
It is,
I
definitely.
know they're building more condos there and stuff, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Good stuff. Jeff's going to stick around. We'll taste the stew, and it's a salmon dish coming up next.
That's right.
Awesome. Looks good, huh? That's a good-looking meal right there. Something you
very,
could,
very healthy.
yeah, something you could cook up and feed the whole family is great. 9:36 coming up on 9:37.